Hey everybody, welcome back to Nonsense. About a decade ago, we were in the old kitchen, Culinary Nonsense, and we did a clarified butter. It was something that actually came in for request. The paleo diet was very, very popular, and a lot of folks that are either lactose or casein intolerant, they were asking for some options, ghee being one, and then clarified butter being the other. Now, the method that we did 10 years ago would have made a Escoffier or any culinarian very proud. Cheesecloth, saute pans, ladles, all of that stuff though, just to make butter clear, overkill. Let's do it nonsense style, saving some time that way. Yeah, this is it. This is all we need now. We need butter, unsalted, and we need an oven-proof or heat-proof measuring container. You'll also need your oven set at the lowest setting, and for most ovens, that's going to be about 170 degrees, and you're going to need some time. In case you don't already know some of the benefits of clarified butter, one, it raises the cook point, meaning that regular butter starts to brown and can possibly burn 325, 350 degrees. You're going to be able to take this up to a higher smoke point, meaning that you can do things like sauteing with it. And also, if you do light frying, anything that's just shy of 400 degrees, you can also do that with clarified butter. I also mentioned that folks that are lactose intolerant, by removing the butter solids and the water out of butter, and the clarified butter is a lot friendlier to those that may have some issues with the lactose that comes from the butter. And just to kind of give you a basic idea, butter, the unsalted variety, is butter fat, butter solids, and water. Water's about 16 to 20%, and the butter solids are anywhere from about 1 to as much as 3 to 5% on some of the cheaper butters. If you buy a quality butter, unsalted once again, those contents will be a little bit less, which makes it a lot easier. So the next step, after you put your butter inside of your mixing cup, is that you pop it in the oven, 170 degrees, and then you find yourself something to do for about 20 minutes. While the butter's always on the countertop, so is this one right next to it. This is bacon fat, and about once every couple of months, I'll just go ahead and melt it and then get rid of it and then start all over again. This is great for flavor, it's great for cooking. The same thing with this. You can use it just like regular butter, smeared on your bagel, on your toast, put it on there with some jam, and or because we've increased the flash point, the cooking content, that's also a great cooking media, and that right there makes up the trifecta of what I use for the oils, either bacon fat, butter, clarified butter, and or olive oil. And that sound that you hear is the timer going off. Yep, and that means our clarified butter is ready. So if you've got one of those crocks, and or you can use any kind of glass dish as long as it's got a lid, you're ready for making buttery goodness. Let's pour some liquid gold. Using one of our kitchen essentials, even the knockoffs. Protect your fingers from picking up things that have been in the oven. All of the butter solids, they went all the way down to the bottom here. That's what we don't want. Lactose intolerant people, this is the stuff that gets you. If you look at it from the top, you can see sort of like a reverse lava lamp where everything's kind of gotten gummy and stuck down to the bottom. As it starts to melt, it turns over. The little bit of stuff on the top there, we could scoop it away, but I'm just going to use a spoon to hold it back as we pour off just the gold stuff here into our container, and we leave all of the rest of that funk inside the measuring cup. Easy peasy, tasty, and ready to use. All we need to do now is just let this cool off. Oftentimes what I do is I pop it in the refrigerator just to allow it to solidify. And that's another one of the benefits here when it comes to clarified butter, because it will still turn solid here even at room temperature. Keeping my house somewhere, where does it say right now? We're at 75 degrees inside, so that's fine. It has a longer shelf life, it's easy to use, it's got a higher flash point, so literally it can become the media for any of your saute dishes. You want to do some broccoli, you like to do vegetables, do it in clarified butter. A little salt, little pepper, and all of a sudden, bam, you've got yourself a lot of flavor. If you're already doing something in the kitchen and the oven is hot, then let the residual heat help you out here. That's where you can put your butter into your oven-proof measuring cup, pop it in there, let it melt, the solids sink to the bottom. You get liquid gold, you save some money, you save a little heartburn and indigestion maybe too if you're lactose intolerant. But what you get here is a really usable product that will sit on your counter and last for weeks, if not even months. If you're like us, we go through butter pretty quickly because we use it for a lot of cooking. Cook your vegetables in it. Asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. Yes, Brussels sprouts are awesome in clarified butter. Little salt, little pepper. I think we might have to bring that and do it right here inside of the kitchen. Where we're saving you time, saving you money, that's not nonsense, that's nonsense.